The Battle of Solway Moss, fought on November 24, 1542, was a disastrous military engagement for Scotland and a pivotal moment in the long history of Anglo-Scottish conflict. It occurred against the backdrop of growing tensions between King Henry VIII of England and his nephew, King James V of Scotland. Henry VIII, having broken with the Roman Catholic Church and established the Church of England, sought to pressure his northern neighbour into following a similar religious reformation. James V, however, remained loyal to the papacy and had strengthened his Catholic ties by marrying Mary of Guise, a French noblewoman from a powerful Catholic family. These opposing stances exacerbated the already fragile political situation. Matters escalated when James V refused to meet with Henry VIII, who had proposed a summit to discuss peace and reform. Feeling insulted and provoked, Henry ordered raids into southern Scotland, burning and pillaging border towns. In response, James V mustered an army of between 15,000 and 18,000 men, composed largely of Highland and border troops led by his nobles, and dispatched them into northern England under the command of Lord Oliver Sinclair, an unpopular choice whose appointment angered several senior commanders. The Scottish army crossed the border and advanced into English territory near the River Esk, close to the marshy region known as Solway Moss in present-day Cumbria. The English, led by Sir Thomas Wharton, Warden of the English West Marches, commanded a much smaller force, estimated at just over 3,000 men. However, Wharton's troops were better organized, more disciplined, and made strategic use of the difficult terrain. The Scots, unfamiliar with the boggy landscape and lacking unity in leadership, fell into confusion when Lord Sinclair assumed command. The decision sparked dissension among the Scottish lords, many of whom felt slighted or mistrustful of Sinclair. As the army attempted to maneuver across the flooded terrain, communication broke down and panic spread rapidly. Facing a coordinated English counterattack and unable to form a coherent defense, the Scottish troops began to break ranks and flee. The retreat turned into a full rout, with many soldiers drowning in the bogs or being captured. English forces pursued the fleeing Scots and took more than 1,200 prisoners, including prominent nobles such as Lord Maxwell, the Earl of Glencairn, and the Lord Fleming. Notably, very few were killed in battle, as the fight itself was short and disorganized. King James V, who had remained in Scotland and did not personally lead the army, was devastated by the news. The defeat humiliated him and cast a shadow over his authority and judgment, particularly his choice of commanders. Stricken with illness and despair, James V retired to Falkland Palace, where he died on December 14, 1542, just 6 days after the birth of his only legitimate heir, Mary Stuart. His death left Scotland in a vulnerable state, with a 6-day-old infant as queen and a divided nobility facing the threat of English domination. Henry VIII sought to exploit the situation by proposing a marriage between his son, Edward, and the infant Mary, aiming to unite the two kingdoms under English control. This plan, later known as the Rough Wooing, would lead to further conflict and prolonged instability in Scotland. The Battle of Solway Moss, though a relatively small engagement in terms of bloodshed, had immense political and symbolic consequences. It not only exposed the deep flaws in the Scottish feudal military system but also marked the beginning of a critical period in which Scotland's independence and religious identity would be severely tested.